Hello, this is Gerald van Was. Will it be helpful to understand sound positions in time, in space, and compare them to Chinese characters so that you can remember them easily, recognize them easily, and in the meanwhile you can learn to understand all of its sounds in words much more easily? I think it will help you, and I will compare the Chinese words of yao and yao. It's so different. These sounds are very unusual for compared to English, so that it is quite. It asks some mind switch for me still to switch from one language to another. But okay, you are with yao and yao. And these two characters, of course, they are based upon each other. It's the basic form and character is yao, and the application, let's say, which uses this is, and with an application is used with the sound which drops and go up again to show you also the dependency on something in the yao. And if we compare it to the sound positions, it actually immediately brings us to a position that is exactly where we need it to be. The Y as the first letter, which is also written like that in the pinyin writing system, so that you can remember and recognize how you have to pronounce it. So the Y is in my system in the section of the timings, so with two focuses, so from beginning to end, and it will go to the diagonal position, and so that's the first letter. The second one is the O. The O is also in the timing section in the vertical focus, and with two focuses, so, and it goes to the second focus there. So that's the expression. If you combine them, they are very easy to combine. You go from that first position to the next position. You have yo, and it fits with the first character that you write down. It makes actually exactly the same form, exactly the same position in as the theory also predicts. As you can see, the first sound, yo, or the first combined sound, is very well expressed with this direction. The word itself means that it is repeatable. Now, the yo is not the beginning. You also have the w at the end. The w is actually at the it's like a continuation of a vibration. That's the W. The W is always this continuation of vibrations. If we see what we have in the as a vibration in this time frame, and we let it continue, then we have to repeat it already, as you can see, as it can be predicted, and it is combined with the letter U or OU. The U normally we would say, now it's more in front of you, it is about space, and you recognize you centralize your vision in space, but you have a double vision in the center, which means that you cannot focus on one center very specifically, because the center, there is some doubt where actually the real center is, so it is a bit off, and you follow the part that you say, okay, I will follow already something. So that's I see only half of what I'm supposed to see, and I will follow that. That's the U. The U is, of course, a continuation of that. It will fill it in. So I have two positions, and I will fill it in. so that I have that I understand what is in the center. But of course the order of letters matters as well. So the order is first the Y, then the O, and then the U. The U or the U or the U is after the O. We already have with the W a continuation that is further. It's fading away. It is fading further. It is in that W already predicting that it's continuing a little bit further, and it is indeed after yo we have the U. So here is our basic focus of our mind on what is happening. If we do that, we have, of course, not just something that is received and achieved further on, but I have to switch my focus here, which it is already also doing in that character. The switching of focus is like, okay, I don't have it now, but I can see it later. And then, of course, I will have that kind of repetition. I'm going towards my goal. I sense it. I have to add it. I want to receive it. I want to understand it. And I receive it after a while. So that is a form that allows this continuation in time so that you receive your thing after a while. The yo is a combination of two symbols. The first one is that there on top is again an emphasis on the same thing which is happening there. So you have a goal with the Y and the O. You have a goal towards a certain purpose. You can't reach it immediately, but in repetition, in switching and adding up and adding the things up, after a while you will be able to find a continuation. That first part is as if it is waiting for that continuation, that repetition, so that it can also depend on it, so that you know that you can depend on it. So it has a repeatable factor, and the repeatable factor is something you can depend on it. As a symbol, you can of course take it to the middle, but in basics it's about repetition. It's about this continuation that you can count on. The y on its own reaches out for it, where you have to go to, and the u makes that continuation, that growth process as well. The meaning of that second word, which shows the dependency onto you, or yo, it is yo, showing how it is dependent on that process, and by depending on that thing that can be repeated, that you can count on, that you will reach it as well, is has a significance of a meaning about meaning that it is about expressing a friend, something that you can count on. So this yo is that reaching out, reaching towards that point you want to reach. The u is filling it in after a while. So in the now process, it is, yeah, so it's one part first and the other part next. Or one part first, the other part follows in a continuation, as you can see. I hope that made it a bit more understandable. You can already recognize with this go and forward that there is a repetition possible in this switching, but it's this switching towards the future at some point. That's why it's with a Y, the O with the Y and O projected towards the future, and in U filling it in after a while. It's there in the sound meanings as well. I didn't give much explanation where the sound meanings come from in this video. So this video is for the more advanced people already, that have already a little bit of the theory received and should be able to recognize the same things that I did. Okay, thanks again for watching. Bye bye.